Welcome, guys. Jordan Kensington here. We are live and direct. I'm going to put this down a little bit. We have a live guest in the show today. We're live and direct here, and for Vuvix TV, powered by Republic Africa. We have a live guest on the show today, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very inspirational chat. You know, when I bring you guests, it's all about inspiration. I haven't, done it for a while, but it's all about inspiring. If you turn over to the YouTube channel, you see the last time we did this was I think a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. We had Mark Cuban on the show, but we have a special guest today. I'm very excited about this guest. They're coming all the way from Nigeria in West Africa. She's going to be joining us. I think she's from Nigeria, but she's going to be joining us from Senegal today. And we will be talking about most of the things that she's just done. She has actually completed an amazing, inspiring journey. So I'm looking forward to talking to her. It's going to be an amazing show. So stay tuned. As always, if you got any questions, you want to get involved, let loads of people jump in. Tell your friends to tell your friends. You want to get involved, make sure you get involved and jump in as much as possible. It's going to be an amazing show, something that's going to inspire a lot of people. Hi, Leonie Hutchins, how you doing? When my guest comes in, we're gonna join her in a minute. As soon as she requests, we're gonna go live in a minute and join her. It's going to be an amazing show. And don't forget, everything we're doing is inspiring. It's all about inspiring and making sure we get those stories out. The most important thing is getting those stories out. Yes, Leonie, how you doing? Seydou, how you doing? Ebaide, if you request now, I could get you live now. So I'm just waiting for your request, and we should go live any minute from now. So we're looking forward to that. Yes, Ife, how you doing as well? Good to see you on there. So just waiting for our special guest request, and we're going live. Very inspiring interview to come. Very inspiring interview. Very, very inspiring. So we're waiting to talk to her. It's going to be a very inspiring one. Yes, our guest is somebody who's done some great things in terms of welcome to the show, and all of you that are just joining in, settle as much as possible. We'll be accepting her shortly to the show. Yes, it's going to be an amazing show today. Let me try and express. Yes. Hello.
Hello, I'm not sure. I've not done this a lot. This is my first time doing
That's
Instagram.
fine. That's fine. Let me do your official welcome. Welcome to the show from Vuvix TV. My name is Jordan, and we are on the What's Your Story show, which is a part of the Business of Life podcast and powered by Republic Africa. And we're joined by.
My name is Ebaide Joy. I'm a
Now,
motorcyclist, a Nigerian motorcyclist traveling through Africa.
Now, Ebaide, I know you, but that's for the people that don't even know already. You have achieved great things. That your journey has been nothing short of inspiring, and I think it's so important for the next generation and for people to know what you've achieved and to see the challenges you've been through. So, by the way, before I even start the interview, a little birdie, it's not Ife, but someone told me that it was your birthday today. Am I correct? Am I right in thinking it's your birthday? Hey, happy Earth
Yes,
Day.
yeah.
Yeah? And
Thank
before I
you.
start, should I say happy Earth Day? And may God bless you with many more good years and good things to come. And it's a special
Amen.
day for us to be doing this on your birthday. That's a special thing as well. So yeah, congratulations as well.
Thank you.
Why don't we start from the very, very start, right? You've embarked on a journey by motorcycle across some of the hardcore challenging places in Africa, and you made it through, right? And what actually inspired you? Let's go from the very start. What inspired you to go through that journey? What were you doing before that? What was your career before that? What made you say, you know what, I'm stopping all this. I need to go on this journey.
Okay, my inspiration is basically rebelling against life. I'm just rebelling. I picked up the motorcycle because it's the best machine I can use to rebel back from things that have happened to me. And I've done many things in life, different professions. But when I picked up a motorcycle, I'd already begun traveling. I'd already done some countries. I'd built a van. I did van life for a bit. Then I traveled with a tuk-tuk. And then that made me want a motorcycle. Motorcycle is two wheels. It's more challenging. I want a challenge. My everyday struggles, my everyday pain, that's the back. I don't know, motorcycling just feels like it puts a crown over it. It's just an act of rebellion, a machine that makes me know that I'm truly breaking boundaries in spite of. Yeah, so that was why I decided to use the motorcycle and travel around Africa.
Definitely. And now you mentioned challenging story. Now you have a very challenging story that happened that was also one of the inspirations behind, and that was something that happened to you personally. And this was kind of like an appreciation of life as well, because a lot of people. I was speaking to my team yesterday, and I was saying to them, sometimes we always want for more and want for more, praying for God for more things and more things. And when sometimes, you know, we have life, we have breath, we have nature, we have the world to explore, and sometimes we don't see that. You know, we don't see. Sometimes you don't see what's good until you don't have it, and then you say, "Oh wow, do you know what? This is actually amazing, and this costs nothing." So what was the incident that happened to you in your life that kind of made you say, "Well, this is good. I'm just gonna do it." I know rebelling is one of them, but was there something that happened in your personal life?
Yes, I had an accident,
Mm.
uh, an auto crash, car somersaulting, me falling out of the window, landing on my back, getting into the hospital, months of healing, another year of losing the legs, another time, another several months being spent in the hospital, eventually got fixed with screws and rods that would be changed over time. Yes, so basically I live with the pain. It's not a leg pain. It's not a hand pain. It's a back pain. My back holds the whole of my body, so it's an everyday struggle. Yes, so this just makes it feel whole. What I'm doing right now makes it feel whole. Using a motorcycle makes me, like I said, gives me the opportunity to rebel. I am redefining my story. I'm recreating what happens to me. Doesn't matter what life brings. This journey helps me set boundaries. It helps me know that I am doing something phenomenal in spite of what's happening. So yes, that's what happened, and that's what I live with every day.
I love it. I love it. It's taking, um, they say taking lemon and making lemonade. Something bad happens. Instead of some people will go into depression or go into stress, you actually took that thing to make history, and forever that history will always be there. Now let's talk about the journey itself. Halfway through your journey, I remember last year, at some point last year, I text you on Instagram. I said, we got to do this interview, and you text back and said, yeah, let's set a date to do the interview. But I didn't get to, because things happen and all that. My wife gave birth to a little daughter, and so a lot of things happened. And I went back to a feed that happened recently, and we will talk about it, about the Guinness World Book of Records. We're going to talk about that because that's something that we need to discuss, and that's another reason why I had to fast forward and get this interview going. But tell us about that journey. Were there parts of that journey that were very stressful and challenging? Because you're going through borders. You're from Nigeria originally, and you're going through different borders, and there are different cultures and there are different territories. What were the most challenging borders that you went through?
Okay, I'd say my number one most challenging would be the Hilakonji border. That was crossing from Benin Republic into Togo. That
Right.
was that was exhausting. That was dramatic, and
Right.
I had to make calls. That's for corruption and extortion. That would be the most intense. But for border struggles, I would say Angola, crossing from Zambia into Angola, because the borders are never used. I didn't get the Namibian visa. That's another challenge we face with our passports, the Nigerian passports. I tried. I did go to the Nigerian embassy in Lusaka, Zambia, and attempted try to get the Namibian visa. I pushed several buttons but couldn't get it. So I decided I'm doing this. Zambia into Angola. I don't care who hasn't done it. Who says I can't do it? I will do it. I remember arriving in Angola at 1 a.m., literally at 1 a.m., and we set
Wow.
off at 6 a.m. the day before. It was a tumultuous journey. It was wild. It was crazy. I was with people. I was with people who were doing the journey, but motorcycles don't do the journey. It's very deep sand. So big trucks, big 4x4 trucks are the ones that do the journey. So I paired with one of them, and we did the crossing. We virtually did. When I arrived in the hotel that night, I was like, if you can do these things, there is nothing you can't do in life. There is nothing life throws at you that you can't do. So everybody I've crossed has cemented my faith in myself, has made me even more confident. I'm so confident now. So yes, I've faced challenges in borders for visa, for bad roads, language barrier, everything. But somehow, I keep overcoming them.
That's amazing. And that, you talk about overcoming. When you're going through a journey like that, because it's for a lot of people, it's quite scary because you're going to unknown territory. And people say they want to travel, they want to explore. They get on a plane, they get to the country, they explore, they take pictures, they have a great time, get on another plane, go to another country. When you're motorcycling out to different countries, and you're saying some places you're going to, you don't have a visa for, so you have to go there and actually try and challenge and try and get things done. Um, are you someone who has a lot of faith in God? Because you do need a level of faith to be like walking blind, or riding blind, and I'm just going. Is it your faith that leads you through that?
Are we about to talk about religion?
No, I'm talking about your faith. What gave
Okay.
you the confidence? Yeah.
Okay. I'm an agnostic theist.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe in God. I just don't believe in religion.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm a spiritual. I'm very, very, very spiritual, and I am in tune with my spirituality. I'm in tune with myself, with my essence. So it gives me confidence, knowing that there is a force that doesn't meet the eye. I know the 5D exists. I know the existence of the supernatural. I just don't conform to the everyday religious beliefs.
Mm.
So yes, I have confidence that something watches over me. Something watches over me. I've seen life. I've gone through many things to not believe that there is a force at
Mm.
work. But when it comes to my faith, and yes, my faith stems from nature, the universe, and me, my energy. I am a force. I'm an entity. I'm an energy. I'm all that. And I'm in tune with myself and the universe. So everything works together. Yes, there are negative parts, there are negative things that happen, but everything just aligns eventually. So yes, my faith is universal, not religious.
100%. I think most people are the same. Religion is more like an organization by mankind. But your faith in your spirit and the Most High actually takes you through a lot of things. So in the countries that you went to, what would you say was the most hospitable country? Obviously, can't mention the country you're from. Obviously, everyone's going to say Nigeria, but you're traveling out. What would you say was the country where, and I don't mean just the people, because most people, you meet locals, they're normally hospitable to foreigners. Let's say the locals plus the authorities as well.
I'll probably say Tanzania. If I were to choose, Tanzania will probably be the first, and then Sierra Leone.
Mm.
Tanzania, I'm surprised that it has remained the most hospitable because I speak passable Swahili. So
Okay.
there is still a language barrier, but they don't mind how much barrier there seems to be. They are kind, they are compassionate, they help. I experienced that in Sierra Leone. So it's understandable that Sierra Leone is English speaking. They are closer to Nigeria. We have too many things in common, so many similarities. So yes, Sierra Leone. It's Tanzania that surprises me, but Sierra Leone's hospitality is top notch, in my
Definitely,
opinion.
and you mentioned you went to some French-speaking countries as well. Nigeria is quite close to Cameroon, and Cameroon speaks French. Did you have a little bit of French in your diary of conversation? Did you know how to speak a bit of French, or you just literally went into full on English or pidgin?
Ha! I speak some French, but my French,
You
I do
say
have to
bonjour,
pause.
bonsoir, bonjour.
No, no, bonjour, bonsoir. I speak more than bonjour, bonsoir. I speak some
Fair
French, but
enough.
I do have to think. So I tell the person, wait, you know, papa from wait. Then I think
Je ne
about
parle
how to
pas.
say everything to them. And that's how I uh, do French. But coming from Kenya, I didn't experience, there aren't so many French countries from Kenya to Nigeria, but Nigeria to Morocco. I think there are about 8 francophone countries in West Africa, 7 or 8. So yes, that was the thing. My French is much better now, much better than I used in secondary school. Interestingly, I used to
Yeah.
go for competitions, French competitions. But you know, when you don't speak a language so
You
much, you
lose it.
unlearn
You
it.
lose it.
Like,
That's true. That's true.
I unlearned it, but now I'm relearning.
Amazing. So, how many countries did you actually end up going to when you in your travel? How many countries you end up going to in the end?
Did I or have I? Because I'm still
No,
going.
through yeah,
Okay.
through this for the journey. How many countries did you pass through? How many borders did you pass through?
I've done 20 countries now. Senegal is number 20. Okay, so the Gambia was number 20, but I had to
Yeah.
re-enter Senegal. So Senegal was it's number 19, the Gambia number 20, and then I re-entered Senegal. So yes, 20 countries so far.
Now you're in Senegal right now. You're speaking from Senegal right now. Let's talk about because you see it comes very natural to you because you've just done it, and obviously you know the challenges more than everybody else, and people are looking at it thinking this is unbelievable. Um, Eating food, right? Because obviously you're traveling with your motorcycle, you can only carry a certain amount of thing. You can't carry your ebaide, you can't carry your okra. I mean, you can't carry your fufu. Like, so what are you eating? And obviously, in every country you're going to, you also have to be careful with hygiene and also stuff you're eating because you don't want to get a bug, right? So your water you're drinking, what is it? What is going through your mouth? What's the food and drink? Uh, 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 how are you making sure you're eating and drinking during this journey?
Okay, thankfully I have a good stomach. I eat anything. I do tell people I eat anything, and I'm good. So I eat anything. I eat the street food. I eat restaurant food. I eat everything. This morning, for instance, I bought rice. I haven't had it, but I eat everything. I like to. Okay, my reason for exploring these countries is me investing in myself. I'm not building a house. I'm not buying a car. Those are ephemeral. This is forever. This lasts for as long as I'm alive. So this is me investing in myself. Food is one of the investments. So yes, I do try out delicacies in countries, and I seldom get stomach sickness. So yes, I eat everything.
Amazing, amazing. So food wasn't a major thing. Now, for people who are just joining us and people that are going to watch this afterwards, we are joined by someone who I consider an icon of this generation because what you've done is something that a lot of people have considered a huge, massive accomplishment. So the one thing that happened recently was you applied for the Guinness World Book of Records. And, you know, I want you to take us through the start of that journey up till now and what's happened now. Because I think the most important thing we want to kind of do on my side, and I was saying to Ife, is that um, every time we have our people do achievements, it is always suppressed. And it's always suppressed using administrative official nonsense. That's what I call it, right? And sometimes we, the bystanders, are the reason for the oppression. Because if you stand by when something is happening, you are also part of it. Doesn't matter whether you're African, you're black, whatever. I see, and commenting is not, I believe, that the only way. to stand for something, you have to actually raise the voice, find out what the organization. We have to stop the laziness culture and get to the organization, speak to the bosses, speak to the CEOs, and say, look, this needs to change. If that didn't happen, slavery would never have changed. If that didn't happen, colonialism would never have changed. We have to be, and as you said, you're a rebel, and a rebel has to stand up and say to everybody, and if people are watching, they have to do the same. But I don't want to jump into that story. I want you to kind of walk us through that story so we can understand exactly that position.
Okay. Okay. So before applying for Guinness World Record, I did extensive research. I wanted to be sure about what I was applying for because the money to be paid is not, for me, it's not small money. It's for me, because of how I earn money, it's not small. I work back to back doing many things. It's not small. So I was like, I have to get this right once and for all. I made my research, saw that people already hold the record, saw how they did it, read everyone's profile, not on Guinness World Record. I went on Google, researched every one of them. I can give you information on everybody who has won longest motorcycle, either in countries or in the world. I made research. And then because of that, when I got to Nigeria, the motorcycle, I outgrew the motorcycle about 4 countries into my trip. But when I got to Nigeria, I knew that changing the motorcycle would be a bad strategy for what I eventually wanted to apply for, so I kept it. I tried to fix some things in it, and I kept it. It's still it's a 250cc. So when I started from Nigeria, I made the decision that if I make it to the end of this journey, then I can do the third one. When I was leaving Kenya for Nigeria, when I arrived in Uganda, the day I crossed the border into Uganda, I have someone in Kenya that I talk to regularly. I was in my room, I was screaming. I was like, oh my God, I've crossed the border. This is the first border. I'm doing it. And then when I got to Senegal, no, in Gambia, when I was still in Gambia, I started putting things together to uh, apply. When I applied, I wrote a heartfelt message from my heart. Since I started, I intentionally haven't been connected. I haven't asked for anything from anyone. I have the kind of followers that support me. I know, but I never ask because I don't want the impact of what I was doing to be taken away. The idea of all this is when the time comes when I can't be so active anymore, it's important that I have a legacy that I look back to and people see and gives me the fulfillment I want. That's where everything is. That's my dream. So I wrote a heartfelt message to Guinness World Record. I remember we Nigerians can't open PayPal, so I don't have PayPal to pay. So I have a friend in Kenya. I used this PayPal. We ended up having like a 2-hour talk. He was screaming, he was so excited. He was like, wow, because remember the day I stepped into Kenya, this was what he told me. He told me the kind of fire I have. If I set up something, it's going to go far, that I should keep going. It was like, this is it, there's no way. Because I already made my research. I was like, there's no way, this is going. I already had plans. I wanted to do a 3-month thing. I wanted to like do a 3-month show Africans what Africa is like. Go do it back to back for the records. I had plans. There would be a set time for weekly videos on YouTube. Every day on Instagram and TikTok, I wanted it. 3 days later, I woke up and then I saw the message. And then I remember reading that unfortunately so many times. What? Why? Because in my head, I'd done all my research. And then I replied to them about 3 days later. Told them, like, the 2 reasons they gave. They said because they don't recognize it as a title. Like, did they forget to check their database? Is there a new person in charge of records? Maybe the person is new and doesn't know. So I gave them examples of people already hold the record. They also said it's not personal. I don't even want to get into the extent. I don't want to talk about how personal this is. How truly personal this is. How much work I put into this. I put in so much work alone. Yes, I have help. I have friends. But when it comes to the nitty-gritties of everything, funding, and everything, it's on me. And it was online. It's online. I've documented everything. In my head, I'm thinking, how can they say I'm not alone in this? So I gave them everything. Only the last message they sent was what broke me. There was no explanation. They didn't even bother. They just wrote longest journey.
Wrong.
Then I wrote them another long one and said, because in my head I'm thinking, this can't only have happened to me. This must have happened to many people. It's impossible it's just me. The network record has been existing for a long time. It's impossible it's only happened to me. Then I have to tell them that if only for their integrity, because this is what they preach on their website, fairness and so why is this happening when I meet all the criteria literally? And then the next morning, I was hopeful. I entered. Application gone. Everything gone. I remember, okay, so after they sent the first message of rejection, I immediately employed a social media manager. I'm like, I can't be alone in this anymore. I'm countering this and I cannot be alone in this anymore. So I got a social media manager. I told her. 2 days after, I told her, oh, I need a manager, an actual manager, someone I can rub ideas with, someone that will do things for me. It can't just be me alone. I've done this alone for over a year. It can't just be me alone. Interestingly, thankfully, she was already following me. She already knew my story even before I contacted her. So she already bought into everything. So it was easy. I didn't need any selling or convincing. The morning of the last message he wrote, I picked up my phone. I was sobbing. I was crying. I was telling it to Oliver. I don't understand. Then when they deleted everything, they deleted my application. That was the day I came up with a new idea. That was the day I created something new. I was in bed all morning. I was paralyzed in bed. I couldn't do anything. And then different ideas started coming. Like I said, I was writing. I kept writing. When I think of an idea, when I think of a way, because I was looking for loopholes in Guinness World Records. I was looking for the things they don't have. That's what we will have. So I kept looking and I kept creating. I have a new creation now that I'm so proud of. I'm even more proud of my creation than my journey. How crazy is that? I have a new creation that I'm so proud of. I'm so eager to share it. It's coming out this evening. I'm so eager to share it. We have our own thing. We are not waiting for anything anymore. We have it. We have our own thing. And I can't wait to share it. I can't wait to let the world see what we have. How we are writing our story. We are writing about ourselves with our own ink now. Yeah.
You know, when I heard your story, I just spoke to Ife this morning, and I said to Ife, I said, we at Republic Africa, this also inspired us, and it inspired us because I don't know if you know our background. You know, 28 years ago, I founded the Urban Music Awards because I felt like, you know, urban artists weren't getting any kind of, you know, recognition financially in the world, and it was just rock music, and we succeeded. 28 years after, urban music is #1 worldwide. I did the same with film and television, founded National Film and Television Awards. I did the same with technology and innovation. And in Africa, GABA, Global African Business Awards. And with Republic Africa, I said we need our own Forbes magazine. So we launched Republic Africa and Vuvix TV with 4.5 million subscribers. So when I heard your story, two things came to mind. I said, you know, Republic Africa is going to go into an investment for a whole world record title, and you're going to be the first one to receive that. And for me, because we're tired of saying, and this is for 28 years I've been saying this to people: don't be angry about the Grammys, right? Not giving you awards. We launched the Urban Music Awards in 15 countries. We gave the Beyoncés, we gave the Rihannas, we gave everybody opportunities, and then everybody now starts looking at them. But the reality is that we ourselves have been the founders of so many things, right? And that love and unity and that rebellion spirit has been in us from day one. And we ourselves need to be the culture of actually saying, right? Because we're always campaigning to go to somebody else's house for them to appreciate you. They have told us, they made it very clear that they don't love. If you tell me you don't love me, I'm not coming to your house again, right? Because your house is way better than your house. I mean, look, in sports, you know, Serena Williams, the Williams sisters struggled to get to where they got to, but they were the best in Formula One. You know, there's a struggle in Tiger Woods in golf, in basketball, every single discipline from we've gone into, we've been the best. Africans have always led, but we've always had to
Yeah.
struggle. But it comes a time where we need to own it. So I want to be the first to officially say that you're the best, the first person to have the Republic Africa World Records. You're going to be sent a certificate, your award. We're also going to invite you to a ceremony in November here in South Africa, and we're going to get you to be in front of the media and press and everybody else as well. And you'll be on the front cover for next month as well, because I
Oh,
think that's so important. Secondly, we're not going to let
thank you.
Guinness go to play as well. I mean, even though we're going to have our own outlets, we also need to hold them to account publicly and privately. So I mean, we have to. I know the CEO of Gibbs. We have to reach out to them and introduce you to the CEO and get you to speak to him about this properly, and also get people to speak, because at the end of the day, you know, even if you feel like you don't care anymore, at the end of the day, justice needs to be done, and justice needs to be seen to be done.
Can I talk, please?
Go on.
When I started this, I said I'm spiritual. I'm a spiritual person. Um, since I shared the video, I deleted my WhatsApp, I deleted my Instagram. This is the first time I'm on Instagram since my social manager has been doing it. I couldn't face it. Days before that, I'm sure she still has the voice notes. I kept crying to her. I'm so scared. This is a big organization, and I'm just one woman. I'm so scared. She kept encouraging me and encouraging me. But eventually, this is my conclusion. I have a feeling that I'm probably not supposed to get Guinness World Records because I'm supposed to create something. Someone has to create something. I am spiritual. I feel like I was supposed to create something. I don't think I'm supposed to. I've given up on it. I don't think Guinness World Record is for me. I think the record that is for me has not been born, and it's going to be so big, so great. I'm rebelling. Yes, I'm rebelling, but not necessarily directly. I just want to build our own thing, something that is for us, that was done by us. Let me speak Yoruba. Awalani, Titiwani. It is our own. That's what is being built. So Guinness World Record has nothing on us. We don't even need to contact them anymore. They will see it.
100%.
Africans now have our own. We don't need their validation. People who have already won the Guinness World Record, I'm sure they paid it. I've seen it, their charities, like the Nigerians who have won, it's charity. They fed people, they've helped people's lives, and I know they paid a lot of money. With our own, nobody is paying. You will still do charity. The money you are supposed to pay, that 20 million, you will take it. You go take and go do good. You will have more money for charity. You will help more people because this is now our own. We are not waiting for any
100%.
validation anymore.
100%.
So we don't
100%.
need them. We don't need to tell anybody. We don't need the CEO. We don't need anyone. We are creating our own ourselves because we are capable. You know, Africa has a lot of first. First civilization. First, a lot came from Africa, but a lot has been taken from us. Now we are writing our own story by ourselves. We don't need the CEO. We don't need anything about Guinness World Record. Guinness World Record, that video was the end of it. I'm not mentioning them again. We don't
I
need them
love
anymore.
that. I love that. I love that. And as I said, even with Republic Africa, if you want to get involved in that as well, I'm willing to be. You are going to be the first recipient because I think what you have done is phenomenal. And anything you guys are doing on your side, you have 100% support. And what you've said is completely true. Not just in this industry, in every single industry, we have to stop looking outside. You know what I mean? We have to start looking inward and seeing what our potential is. Our potential has been lied to us. They've people have taken our talents. They've taken the things that we've created and then sold it back to us and made us look like we are not the founders of all this stuff. So it's time,
Exactly.
as you've said, everything is a catalyst, right? And it's time that Africans start doing what Africa should be doing for us by us. And number two, I'll say something that's very powerful. Unity is power. The one thing that has happened in the continent is a divide and conquer mentality. And another reason why Africa hasn't moved the way you just mentioned it, even by chance, when you were going to a border, you said, well, your Nigerian passport. Nigeria is one of the most successful countries in the continent. The richest billionaire from the whole of the continent, Dangote, is from Nigeria. Why should
Yes.
Nigeria or any country in Africa really be boarded from going through a border? And someone from Europe, with my British passport, I can literally get into many African countries. With the African passport, you can't now. And that's in a continent. Who created that system? Somebody who created that system created a system of divide and conquer, because it wasn't like that back in the day. So those are the things that their organization needs to stand for and stand against, all those sort of things. Innovation in the continent. There are a lot of people that, I'm interviewing 3 Africans next week. One of them has invented a car that's powered by water. Nobody's talking about
Yes.
him. No one is talking about
Can you
him.
imagine?
And no one wants to talk about him. And you speak to all the big conglomerates from the CNNs, etc. They're like, no, we need to fact check. But when someone creates a pencil in another country, the people run a marathon. So we have now known, and I like the way, because I didn't know what mindset you were on about Guinness, but I like the way that you said, because if you wanted to go on that way, we would have fought it. But I'm so glad that because we already said we're going to give you our own award, the Republic Africa World Record Award. And from now on, even the 3 people we're interviewing tomorrow, they're going to get their awards. And because achievement, at the end of the day, achievement is clear to see. You don't need an educator to tell you how many countries you visited. You vlogged all
True.
about it. It's there. It's very clear to see. Nobody can tell you what you achieved. Nobody can tell you, because you went through it and you achieved it. And the people that know and the people that should know will find out. And the people that should know are the rest of the continent in Africa, that should see you as an inspiration and an icon. So on our side, you have 100% support, and you are the first recipient, and you're the first front cover as well. That's released next month, and that's on our side. On the side of what you guys are doing as well, you've got a full support about unity in Africa, and I want us to talk about that briefly as well. What's your views on a united Africa? Africa is uniting in some ways with music. A lot of artists are now working with artists on other sides, collaborating and getting concerts, but it shouldn't just be in entertainment, where it should be people and people. Your brother in Tanzania or your sister in Cameroon, your brother and uncle in Ghana. We are a full community. The moment we start thinking in unison, in working together, of course, everybody's got different perspectives, cultures, and ideas, and stuff in life. As is Indians, is Chinese, as is Europeans. But when it comes to elevation and moving forward, common goals, they always work together. And we now need to start, because they now becoming divided. You've seen it, whether it's Trump with Zelensky arguing in front of the cameras. If an African president did that, people would say that's crazy. So you're seeing the division. So what do we need to do as Africans to think in unity rather than division?
We do need a unified Africa to move forward. We cannot stay divided and move forward. Africans have a resilience. We built a resilience because of everything that has happened. A lot has been taken away from us, and we still stay separated. We still have a line on the map, borders that separates us, when we are supposed to come together to fight against things that have been taken away from us and that still keep being taken away from us daily. There are so many. When I started, I told you I don't have PayPal as a Nigerian. We cannot open PayPal. I had to use someone else's PayPal to pay for Guinness World Record. That is simply crazy. Africans are shut out of a lot of things in the world, a lot of job opportunities. Even my work, the work I do to fund my business, my travels, I've been with them for years. No other African is there. They do not accept Africans. That's wild. But then we Africans, we seem contented being divided, fighting our battles separately. Do you know how much we would achieve if we all come together in one voice and push ourselves forward? We would go far. We would break boundaries. We would change a lot in the world. I wait for the day that we will truly be united. I'll be making a video soon. I've been creating a video for free movement and so on. I don't want to talk more about it, but we'll be sharing it soon. We need Africans. We need them to drop their flags. We need them to tell us everything that has happened in the borders. I'm working with an organization. It will be out soon, but I truly can't wait to experience the day this will happen for us and things will truly start moving in Africa. The way we are now, separated, we cannot fight our battles as 54 different people. But when all 54 different people come together as one, we would we would do phenomenal, crazy, amazing things. And I truly can't wait for that day to come.
I love it. I love it. I want to talk about leaders in Africa. Our current front cover on the Republic Africa website is Ibrahim Traoré, who is the president of Burkina Faso, and
Yes,
yeah, and
I
he
love
is.
that man.
I love him
Oh,
to bit. That's why we put him on the front cover. And our interview with him was epic because he's a rebel. Like he does not take anything for, like, he is all about what we're just talking about now. And it's not just
free
that.
education. Yeah, he has given
Yes,
free education. Mothers, he has
yes.
done a lot.
Yes.
Ah,
And when I was speaking to your team and I was talking about and I was even to him, I mentioned, I said, you know, I, Africa needs a leadership school as well, because we are being taught a style to lead that comes from the West. And the problem with that style of leading is, it is corrupt. It's not that Africans are corrupt. When you say, oh, I went to this border, there was corruption, it's because from the top, it's been taught to corrupt. If you look at some of these leaders, you say, what university did you go to? What school did you go to? That's why with my kids are homeschooled. And my kids are not going to any school system because the school system indoctrinates you to become divided without you knowing. If you're
yeah,
writing an exam to pass your friend, right, you're always going to be looking at your friend as a competition, right? That's not how a community is built, because a community does not compete. When you did this, you're doing this for you, to inspire other people to do it. If somebody comes and does it, you'll be clapping for them, right?
yes.
So when you see leadership, what does leadership mean to you, and how important is a leadership academy across the continent, where the future leaders, because when these presidents that are now in the continent go, right, there are going to be new people that will come on board. Those new people are 18 years old today, 17 years old today. At some point, they'll be watching this and they'll be saying to themselves, where do I learn to become a president? From the president of Gambia, from the president of Nigeria, or the president of Cameroon? Where do I learn to become? Because if I don't know, if I'm walking, if you are the doctor I'm learning from, how can I do the surgery differently? Except I rebel from you. But then all of our leaders will just be rebellious leaders. But should we have to rebel to actually do the right thing? Or should there be a leadership school with our own way of doing things, where if you want to lead, right, from a young age, that's the school you should be joining. If you have that gift to lead and lead your country, that's where you should be joining. So we teach real things that matter for our continent. What do you think about that?
I think that's a brilliant idea. I think for as long as we keep basing our formal education on what the Western world brought to us, as long as we keep basing our future on what the Western world brought to us, even though we claim we are colonized, as long as that remains, we will keep being slaves. Not necessarily physical slaves, but enslaved inside here. So as long as we keep conforming, we keep doing what we are told to do, what we are taught to do in the days that we were still fighting to be free, as long as we keep doing the things we wanted out of, we will remain like this. So a leadership school that teaches African leaders to lead Africa right would be a game changer, would change a lot of things. When they know what they are supposed to do, know what they are told to do, what they are told would bring Africa forward. Africans are the ones that know what Africa needs. Westerners don't know what we need. How do you know what we need when you are not us? We live this life. We suffer through this life. This is our land. This is our home. As long as we keep doing things the way they were done before those our ancestors fought for our freedom, nothing is going to change. So yes, it's a great, brilliant idea.
Amazing, amazing. Now, moving forward, you mentioned that there were a lot of people that supported you through your journey, friends, family, and supporters online. There were people on social media. I mean, we were following your story all the way through. I even remember you mentioned about finance. I remember when you got to a stop. And you were wanting to use an app. You were saying, "I've got money in this app." That just shows you got money. And the person didn't want to let you go past. And a good Samaritan walked out of their car and came and just paid and said, "Yeah, just go, go, go." But the thing is, when you watched it, what I saw, I didn't see kind of like ego. I didn't see like, hey, when someone does something good for you, they'll tap you in the shoulder and say, "I did this. Let's have a conversation." I didn't see any of that. It was just like, "Hey, hey, hey, I'm just doing something good. Just go, go, go." Um, what is your message to all people like that? Because he probably did it not even knowing that you were going through this inspiring, iconic journey. And one day he might be looking at this, and I'm sure there were a lot of people through your journey as well that did some things that you hold to heart. What is your message to all of them now that you've actually made it through to the end of that journey? What's your message to them?
Okay, I've not made it to the end of my journey. I've only just begun, but I've made it to some parts of my African journey.
Yes.
And I wouldn't, when you say friends and family, I would say more of friends. I don't necessarily have a lot of them, but the few I have that I have kept have been amazing. But most importantly, I think I get my reward from messages I get. I get emails every day. I get people writing poems, and I'm not exaggerating. Writing emails, appreciating, telling me the things that have happened to them. I've had many accident victims, people who have what I have. I've had many writes to me, how they watch me every day, how it makes them do many things they thought they wouldn't do. How just watching me do this has inspired them. And that's where my own joy comes from. If I would say anything to anyone, is that I've made it this far because of them. I know I wanted to travel. I thought I wanted to travel. But without this immense support, it won't be so rich, so full, so wholesome. Like, whenever I'm editing my videos, I am thinking of what my supporters would say. That makes me want to edit. That makes me want to bring out the video. I'm thinking of the next person that will get inspired. The next things they'll say, the next laughter I'll see. I wake up in the morning, it's very early mornings, I read my comments, and I am happy. I'm so happy. So my message to everyone is to do whatever you like with the life you live, because you only get to do it one time. So why waste your time doing the things that don't make you happy, caring about what anyone says, what anyone thinks your life is supposed to be? Keep doing you. Keep being you. I love being inspiring. Be another inspiration to people. Do the things you thought you couldn't do. Thoughts, fear is just a thought. Like, if you are scared, oh, I want to do this. Oh, how do I do this? I can't do this. It's just a thought. It's not a reality. It's not a fact. And another thing, it might not even be your thoughts. It could be an external thought. Maybe something
Yeah.
you saw, someone who did it and failed. It's not your thoughts. Thoughts are just there because our brain exists. Our brain brings thoughts. How you interpret them is what matters. As long as you interpret your thoughts into something great, you seclude the negative ones. You make your research. You know that whatever you're about to do is feasible and doable. You make your research. Negative thoughts are there to make us cautious. Fear is there to make us do it better, not to stop us. As long as you are sure you can do it, keep doing it. Because when you die, that's the end. Keep doing you. Keep inspiring people. Keep being a motivator. Keep soaring high. Keep going. Keep going. Whatever you want to do in life, keep going. No one else's opinion matters but yours, because after all, it's your life anyway. So keep doing you. 100%.
Amazing. Amazing words there. Ebaide, as I said before, you are the number one and the first recipient of the Republic Africa world record. And you're going to be on the front cover. The front
Oh,
cover is being released next month, and you're sharing company with some greats as well. Ibrahim, which is the president of Burkina Faso, and yourself. So it is a massive front cover. We're doing 500,000 copies of those, and you're going to be on the front cover because you deserve it, and you're the first recipient of the Republic
thank
Africa
you.
World Record, and you're
Thank
going to have your
you.
trophies and certificate. And I just want to
Thank
say,
you.
like, you have made a lot of people inspired, and they've motivated a lot. Someone even just said in the chat that you made them actually take up being a nurse. You don't know how many people you've touched with your journey, and all I pray for is that more good things, more amazing things, more incredible journeys for yourself. Because you know what, someone also posted there, it's only just the beginning, right? And you even said it. You said it's not the end. You did say there is only a beginning, and I just see big things happening. And we are
Thank
so
you.
proud to give you that front cover, and we're so proud that you're sharing the stage with another legend, which is Ibrahim, for the Republic Africa front cover. Another president as a legend. So you are a first. So you've made global history. You are first to have that world record in our front cover, and to have this front cover issue to share with the president, and that's going to be released next month, and you deserve it. And for me, from all our team at Republic Africa, I just want to say congratulations. Be extremely proud. I think this is an amazing birthday present for you today, and for us. I think a lot of people will share to say you've been extremely inspirational, and like more goals, yeah, and more blessings to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem at all. And last final words for your legacy. Final words you want to say?
I don't have any final words. I'm okay. I've said my final words.
Well. Look, from us to you, we're proud to have you on the front cover. We're proud to have you as a Republic Africa World Records holder. We're proud that you're sharing a stage with another iconic rebel. What a stage to share. So that's amazing. So
Thank
look,
you.
anything you need, we're going to be working together. Any support you need for any ventures you're doing, you have us, and let's continue empowering Africa. And we cannot wait to release that front cover for May, with you on the front cover and Ibrahim, and really inspire a lot of people to look at that and say anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Yeah. So happy
Yes.
birthday, happy Earth Day to you. Have an amazing
Thank
day.
you.
And this was an amazing interview. And yeah, you've
Thank
inspired
you.
so many people. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. No
Thank you
worries at
so
all.
much.
Take
I
care.
appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries at all. Have a great
Uh,
day. Have a great day.
you
All
too.
right.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That was Ebaide joining us live here. And that was amazing. She's going to be our first record holder for Republic Africa. And you're going to see the issue next month. And that's going to be featuring Ibrahim Tavoure, who is from Burkina Faso. He's the president of Burkina Faso. What an amazing woman. If you've tuned in, go and watch her YouTube, go and watch her Instagram. I'm going to be reposting this as well on all our sites, including Vuvix CV and Republic Africa and everything else. And the front cover of the first Republic Africa issue, featuring Ebaide and Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso, comes out next month, and that's the May issue. And we're incredibly proud of her achievements. And yes, it's been amazing. So for you guys, happy Sunday to you. Hopefully everybody has a great day. And yes, yeah, thank you, Turbo Towser. Well done to you too, Jordan, and thank you for using your platform in this way. Yes, it's very important that we use our platforms in a way. We can't just be standbys. And when that front cover comes out, when our record comes out, go out and support it. Go and support the front cover, because we want to see more record holders from Africa. We will be encouraging a lot of people out there, not just title holders, but innovators as well, to enter, to be featured, and also to get a world record certificate. If it's not us, then who should be? So Republic Africa World Records launches, with the first person to receive that will be Ebaide, and this is completely amazing turnaround. All right, guys, look, don't forget you can follow us on Instagram for more information, and look after yourselves and each other. It's been a great interview. For those who joined, thank you for joining. It's been an amazing interview. Good afternoon to Caffeine Mink, who joined from Atlanta in Georgia. I've been to Atlanta a few times. Amazing place. I've got some friends and family over there as well. So great for you for joining. And yes, looking forward to releasing the Republic Africa front cover for you guys. And make sure you look to that. Join me so that when it comes out next month, you can go and get your copies of that as well. Okay, brilliant. So, guys, I'm gonna lock off now. It's been an amazing show. Gonna see where I can play some music to lock off the music. This one is "Have You Found What You're Looking For?" I think that's a good way to lock up. Thank you, guys. Until next time, look after yourselves and each other. God bless you. Bye bye.